This is a first impression video of the recently aired Chinese web drama 传闻中的陈芊芊 The Romance of Tiger and Rose. Hi, you're watching Avenue X, where a junkie and good storytelling shares her thoughts, knowledge, and occasional weird ideas on stories and how they're told. The Romance of Tiger and Rose is a 24-episode web drama that is based on an original script. By the time this video goes out, it would have just aired half of all its episodes if you are a VIP subscriber of Tencent. This drama is led by Zhao Lusi and Ding Yuxi, and before I share my current rating for this drama, let me first quickly introduce you to the very general synopsis of this story. If you have watched a very similar period web drama last year called To Get Her, which I did make a review about, then this drama is very similar in terms of setup. In that drama, we had a female lead character in contemporary world who got into a virtual game that is set in a period time to get her real-life boyfriend out of it. And her goal was to survive till the end of the game. In Tiger and Rose, we have a female lead character who didn't get into a game but a script that's written by herself. She is a scriptwriter of TV drama. After working on a script for too long, got too exhausted and sick, she fell into sleep and woke up in her own written story, realizing she has become one of those very early on episodes would have died tool character. After realizing that, her goal of this entire drama basically is first, surviving to the end, second, push the plot to her designed destination, and making the male lead character falls in love with her female lead character, which in the script is her sister. So it's almost exact same setup as you see in To Get Her. Based on the current episodes I've seen, I'll give it a 1 goldmine rating based on my 7 different levels rating system, and I'll explain why. Most of the things I will say about this drama is positive. I do enjoy it a lot. There are plenty of people on my Discord server who are crazy about this drama. I also have 3-dimensional world real friends who are crazy about this drama. And I think that reaction is very valid. This is first and foremost a comedy, and very enjoyable comedy. A comedy that is very self-aware of being a comedy and constantly breaks the fourth wall. Because you have the lead character who is a contemporary person who is stuck in her own written, quite trope-heavy and very cheap web drama script. So her character is constantly reminding you none of this is real, it's all written, and it's all for the sake of plot development. So the first great thing about this drama is it has so many references to very well-known contemporary languages, jokes, stuff that everybody is talking about. For example, in a script that our female lead character writes, she designed 2 different cities. The city where her script self comes from is a matriarchal society where everything is run by women, whereas the male lead character comes from a patriarchal city where everything is run by men. And because of the male lead character's city lost a battle with the female lead character's city, therefore he was sent to marry the female lead character's sister as a gesture to show their subordination. So right from the beginning of the story, you see a reversal of the typical male and female relationship in period drama in China's setting, where the woman is the owner of the household, where the man has to follow all those rules that women had to follow in real history. That creates a lot of conflicts and jokes and funny moments that will make contemporary audiences laugh a lot. Another huge part of the comedy comes from the female lead character's self-awareness of being a pretty shitty scriptwriter and how shitty dramas are made these days in China. For example, the lead actor can change script if he doesn't like it, regardless of what the scriptwriter wants to create. For example, there's a very common practice called 带资进组, which means one of the actor or actresses comes into this crew bringing in money as an investor. The money can come from themselves or from their agency, so they can manipulate the plot. They can affect the fate of their characters just because they want to play a couple of more episodes. There's also jokes on why certain supporting roles get so many lines, because the writer just want to fill the content of the episode and get enough character count. For example, a new character shows up out of nowhere because the plot was stuck at a point and the writer had no better idea apart from adding a new character. So you see constantly this type of things gets brought up in the plot itself that are very sarcastic comments on drama making industry itself. If you've watched enough Chinese web dramas, you will definitely laugh at all those points because they're so true. So that's a very weird and fresh angle of doing the breaking the fourth wall and intertextuality and all that. The second thing I really highly do appreciate about this drama is the acting is really good from the two leads. I'm not a fan of either of the leads. I am aware, especially of the female lead actress Zhao Lusi's previous work because her Killing of the 3000 Crow just finished airing. But after I watched this drama, I very quickly fall in love with this pairing and I think their chemistry works very well, especially after a couple of episodes, like not right from the beginning, but as time goes on, it gets better. And they're both very good at doing comedy, they look great together. And I have a very strong sense, not just from me, but from a lot of my friends too. The male lead actor probably really did fall in love with the female lead actress, at least during the time they were shooting this drama. There are a lot of little, very quick reflexes that got caught on camera during all those episodes, if you look carefully, that do not look like it could be rehearsed. They all appear to be extremely in the moment, improvised, instant reaction that you really cannot fake. For example, when the girl is about to fall or losing a little bit of balance, you see the male lead actor immediately react, and it's caught in a wide shot that is not cut in any way. So a friend of mine and me, we were doing those magnifying glass watching of those moments, and we're like, yeah, it's real. It's like actual real reaction. And if you look at special feature clips that they put out on their official Weibo account, they also captured many moments during the shoot. That just is like, oh, okay. Young love blossoming, like it's so obvious. I'm pretty confident in my human emotion reading ability, and I can sense this strong affection that this male lead actor Ding Yuxi has for female lead actress Zhao Lusi, and it seeped through into the drama itself. It makes that romantic cat in my heart purr. It feels very happily petted. If not for anything else, I will really watch this drama for the chemistry and romance between these two leads on camera. So these are the two major things that made me really highly appreciate of this drama. But the reason that I didn't give it a higher rating comes from, first I have to recognize it's a low budget production. It is very rough. It has many rough edges. For example, its color grading tends to be a little bit inconsistent. If you're comparing different episodes and even different scenes within one episode, somehow they kind of like are not sure of what filter they want to use. Also, I would call this drama has something I've never noticed from other dramas, which I would term Schrodinger's skin smoothing. A constant shift between overdoing skin smoothing and doing an okay amount of skin smoothing. Not just between episodes, but within the same episodes. It almost reads like they asked two different people, or maybe two different teams, to do the editing and the final post-production, and those two teams didn't communicate with each other. Also, the day and night shots have very different looks. I don't know what's going on. It feels like it's done by a team that has been super rushed. A lot of details are not well taken care of. It also has a mixture of using the actual actor's voice and dubbed voice. Our lead male character is dubbed, but the lead female character is not. And there's a mixture of recorded sound and then ADR sound. And if you listen carefully, you can tell that. So all those details shows me that first, it's not high budget. Second, it probably is super rushed. And I wish they could have given it more time to make the final product more polished. There have been quite a few low-budget web drama that have done the technical aspects quite well, such as the recent Ancient Detective or the even earlier I've Fallen For You. So that shortcoming does limit me and stop me from rating it even higher. And also, we are only at the halfway point of the whole drama. It is a very common thing for this type of comedy period web drama to lose steam after halfway point, for the plot to slack, for things to not make sense, for the initially set up refreshing look of the drama to get really stale and kind of revert back to the old, tropey, heavy web period drama. I hope it doesn't happen for this drama. There's also one final thing that I am not 100% happy with about this drama, which is its initial setup about this matriarchal society. That could look quite interesting and funny, and as you can imagine, comedy-inducing. But as the story progresses, you see a lot of inconsistency in terms of, had this really been a matriarchal society, then this character wouldn't be speaking that particular language or looking at this particular issue in this way. It almost feels like even though the writer says, we are in a women-ruled world, they still haven't thought through about, if that's the case, how everything would be conducted or how certain things would be viewed by the society. If you keep a discerning eye on this issue and watch this drama carefully, you'll see many moments when things don't quite make sense based on what the writer decided that the world setting of this drama is. I'm probably asking too much because this is a comedy, it's a romantic comedy, it's not meant to be a human study, anthropology study drama. Had it really been a matriarchal society that is functional, then a lot of things will be very different. That is too much work, I would agree, for a web drama scriptwriter to think through. I think they decided to write a story like this because it's a very interesting setup and it can create a lot of conflict and comedy, and that's it. They didn't actually intend to create a fictionally super convincing matriarchal society. Not that it is essential to this type of drama, but I would have appreciated it even more had they done this. Finally, some closing thought on this type of drama, especially how they affect young actors, because I noticed Zhao Lusi has been in dramas that are similar to this. A couple of years ago, she was leading a drama, can't quite remember the name, but it's like a kingdom that's run by astrology and she's the female lead in that. It was a 穿越 story, contemporary people going into a place and into time in a fictional world that is period setting like. And then this time, this drama as well. And even for Killing of the 3000 Crow, which isn't a 穿越 story, but she kind of acted in the drama like a 穿越 story. She has been in quite a few very popular web dramas in recent years, and her fame is like growing very fast, but she's been playing the same kind of character throughout. And I know very likely it is not up to her to decide what drama she can end up in. Maybe those are the only ones that got offered to her. Maybe her agency has all the power to decide. But I do feel like as a young actress, if you very early on in your career become so locked down to one type of role, one type of acting, and become so comfortable with it and doing it pretty well, that is not necessarily a very good thing for long-term development. But again, we also have to recognize current Chinese drama land is very, very harsh place for all the actors and actresses. Competition is at all-time high. Projects are at all-time low. So at least she's been in a lot of stuff recently, and it probably would be asking too much for them to also be greatly diverse, all great works. And this drama also made me discover the male lead actor. I have to finally mention a little bit about him. I do remember him from a acting program, entertainment program that came out a couple of years ago called 演员的品格. I really enjoyed his performance in that. I didn't directly connect him in this drama when I first saw it to the person that I watched and liked in that program. It was later when I was doing the research I realized, oh, okay, it's the same guy. I enjoy Ding Yuxi's performance very much. And I think he's an actor who is a little bit unique compared to a lot of young, good-looking actors these days. And I get the sense that he can almost play any type of roles. He has a really wide range that I can picture with all kinds of different styles of direction, different genres of productions, whether it's film or TV drama or other stuff or even theater. I get a sense from watching Tiger and Rose that this can potentially be a very interesting actor in the future who can have almost unlimited possibilities. Time will tell. In 5 years, 10 years time, we'll see if I am correct. I do hope I'll get to make a final review on this drama later, and by then I will still be very happy about it. Have you watched The Romance of Tiger and Rose? Do you agree with my first impression opinions about this drama? Do leave your opinions in the comment section. Thank you for watching Avenue X. I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy drama watching.